Spoiler warning, if you haven't seen my first 9 seasons, there will be spoilers in this video, so check them out. If you don't care, as always, continue onward. Survivor, Blood vs. Water, the theme of Season 10. We have Double Dash. Here's how it's gonna work. In normal season, you would just see 16 to 24 players just battling it out. But the twist this season is simple. There are two twists. First twist is exile. The winning tribe will send one player on the losing tribe to exile where they could find an immunity idol to help their game. And the second twist is the blood versus water twist, where it'll be 8 pairs of loved ones competing against each other. Let's go see the pairs. Each pair has a theme and a returnee as well as a newbie. Let's get to the first pair. The first pair is father-son, which is Alex from Season 1 and his father, Robabob. The next pair are cousins. We have the winner of Season 2, Space Bean, and his cousin, Chris. Next we have long-lost brothers with Ultimate from Season 6, the 6th placer, and Modus. Then we have the partners, which is Mono from Season 2 and his partner Dr. Pepper Addict. After we have rivals, which is Puppet from Season 6 and their rival Coop. Then we have friends, which is Cal from Season 7 matched up with Zia. We have the mother-son duo, which is Trey from Season 2 and Trey's mom Kirst. Finally, we have boyfriend-girlfriend, which is Van from Season 1, and his girlfriend, Aspen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's your cast. 8 returnees, 8 newbies, Blood Tribe, Water Tribe, competing against each other. But in the end, only one survivor. Alex feels like he's a little bit fucked. He wants to weasel his way out to merge so he can make some wiggle room, but he feels it's going to be very difficult. He needs to make as many personal bonds as possible at the start of the game to give himself the best chance moving forward. He's going to try and gauge what other people think so far. He said hello to everyone. Cal is dead, Puppet's goofing around, Bean, Ultimate, and Trey's talked to the most part. Mono hasn't said anything, and Van is being overly dry with his message. I mean, I'm sure Van can't be that dry, right? Oh, yeah, okay. Van's also already throwing Alex under the bus a little bit by mentioning how there's a couple here with Puppet and him, since Puppet and him are dating. Ultimate's a little bit worried about going out early, but it's not actually that bad of a try. He needs to do some cleanup, and then he can explain to Mono he doesn't actually hate him. He set some goals for this season, and I'm gonna hold him to it. Alright, Ultimate, let's see it. You make merge, you like your name. Make finale, sing whatever song that is, win, face reveal, and dox yourself for a perfect game. Well, Ultimate, you know exactly what you did. Now let's see some things, right? Let's see you dox yourself. Trust. Ultimate is getting approached by Puppet, and why would he be saying, does she think I'm stupid? Oh, she's pitching Alex to Ultimate, and Ultimate doesn't believe it. Well, I mean, I'm like, Puppet surely wouldn't be pitching Alex, right? Like, right? Puppet is currently trying to pitch Alex to Ultimate right now. And while this is going on, the first alliance of the season is born with Ultimate, Trey, and Van. Ultimate is currently having a panic attack. He's not calming down. He's thinking third chance alliance will pull through. It's the marooning Ultimate. Calm down, you chud. You chud. And then he talks about Kibby, the legendary, the beloved, Kibby. And then he shows a picture of Fred, his dog. And then Van talks about Kibby and then brings up Link. What is with everyone being obsessed with trying to take over Kibby's spotlight? I mean, look at the adorable cat, but that's not Kibby. We want our Kibby back. Mono believes last time he relied too much on the outside, so he doesn't really know what to do this time. He wants to be a little more casual going into it. Out of the gate, there's chaos already with Cal. Somehow Alex, Trey, and Ult want to work with him. Popular on day 1. Huh. This is what perception is called, not necessarily reality. Change of plans. Ultimate isn't wanting Bean gone. I don't know why you would think that in the first place, Cal. Trey's really glad to be back. He wants to strategize immediately. Puppet and Alex are going to be very close to each other, he assumes, so he wants to get one of them out as early as possible, split them up so that it can be better for his game. He's never been in an org with Alex. He starts glazing Alex because that's all Trey does. He starts glazing. Anyways, he hasn't seen Mono in a long time. Puppet is a challenge beast or something, and Cal is Cal. He's made a pact with Ultimate that will continue with Van and a fourth member, just someone else they can rely on. Them Ultimate are gonna be the best of buddies. And the tribe is vibing already. Trey is saying everyone already wants to work with them. He's becoming the main character in his mind. He's starting to get very egotistical. Ego. Huh.
Are people chatting a lot with each other on your main group chat and then individually?
Yeah, it's the first day with no challenges, so it's probably the slowest it's gonna be. Yeah, your team might be heading to a lot of tribals.
You forget we live together, and I will make you sleep on the porch.
Bruh, imagine being forced to sleep on the porch without a nice pillow and blanket,
Modus's first point of business is to point out one very crucial factor that, might be a little bit more foreshadowing.
I am either going to be loved or hated.
We are cheering for Kirst, aka Trey's mom.
Alex has a lot of information going on right now, a lot of things he's thinking about. Cal is going for Peen and Puppet. Those are the two he's close with. Trey and him are in the middle. He thinks Van might want Ultimate gone. Mono exists, but he's still considering Ultimate. There's a chance they lose. He could leverage this and take out maybe Van or Mono we don't have a connection with. And if Cal realizes that they need Bean and Puppet for challenges, then Van and Mono are someone they could get eliminated with the right manipulation or talking skills. Oh hey, look, more yap, and it's from the other winner, Space Bean, who is only answering the confessional questions right now. Oh, Space Bean, your required screen time. Here it is. You guys can pause and read, though, because, screw you, Bean. Ultimate, there is a mom watching. What are you doing, swearing? Bad, Ultimate, bad. Spray him with the bottle, boys. Trey is talking with his mom right now, and Coop seems to be partners with Puppet and hanging out talking with Mondrith. Now, who is Mondrith on this cast? Like, no, wait. Who is Mondrith? Who is that on the cast? Wait. Well, gang, we figured out the mystery. This is gonna be a season. You know, Trey, I feel this. Low-key relatable. So Cal didn't know that Puppet and Alex were working together by them dating, and Trey thinks he can use this to advantage. He can reel him in and use Cal as a vote, and use him as someone as a pawn, essentially. Now Van, once again, swearing. Bad Van, bad! Alex and Puppet are super close, and why do we all just, not realize that Puppet's been targeting Alex? Bro, just freaking, Puppet is literally targeting Alex. Oh my gosh, this cast stinks! We get a little bit of insight on Robobob's game and how he's feeling. Then we get to see Chris not sleep for a full day. Chris, let's go tuck you in real quick. Dr. Pepper gives us a quick little update on their game, and then we see Kirst answering the questions. They see themselves working with Chris, Aspen, and Modus right now. Those are the people who has responded to them. They don't see any early threats. They're not worried about Trey. They guarantee they might be okay, but Trey's worried about them, and they've watched the last season on the YouTube video. They see some strategies they can use and want to take some things into account so that they can play the best game possible for them. And finally, Aspen goes over their game real quick, being a big fan of Modus and Kirst right now, 10 out of 10 time with them, and they're pretty confident Van's doing really well on the other tribe. The challenge was a little bit more complex than some of the first ones. They had to have each pair create a different themed character that would be original to a racing game or Double Dash of some sort. Each got to assign their own theme, and it would be judged and pitted against each other. The final score was 7-1 with Water taking the first immunity, and here's what all the characters looked like. You can see them a lot better, the full drawings and everything on the Discord. So real quick shameless self-plug, the Discord's in the description. A lot of these challenges this season I'm going to briefly mention so that we can move on with the video. So if you want to see all the results and stuff, the really cool stuff, go check out the Discord server. And Puppet ends up getting sent to exile, meaning they will not vote and cannot be voted for. They also end up losing their vote at exile, which will affect them next tribal. Alex is a little bit annoyed at Ultimate right now because Alex was pitching that his dad goes to exile, and Ultimate was pitching that Modus goes to exile, and saying that he was selfish for trying to get his dad to go to exile, which is pretty reasonable thing to be frustrated at. Maybe this hindrance could affect the game later. Ooh. Bean and Mono are gunning for Ultimate, and Cal and Ultimate are gunning for Mono, so Alex is finding this very interesting right now.
Who's Shy Guy? Wake up!
Shh, he's sleeping.
Bruh.
Look at me. Anyone who wakes me up, I'm gonna touch you violently. Let's not take that out of context. Alex makes an alliance with himself, Trey, and Bean, which he calls 3 thumbs down. Mono has dug his own grave here. He's really hoping that Mono goes home because he started leaning towards Mono and thinks it could really benefit his game if Mono is eliminated here. Bean thinks he's safe. Well, Bean, shall I remind you what happened last time you played? First player voted out, space speed. Mono wants Ultimate out, Cal wants Mono out, both see each other as threats and main campaigners right now. Him, Alex, Trey formed a trio, which he wants to side with, and he wants to let us know what side he's going to take. Well, guess what? I'm not going to show it because, you know, that would spoil who gets eliminated, guys. Ultimate's with his gang, Trey, himself, and Van. He thinks that's a good trio. Okay, so Alex wants to go for Mono, Cal, me and Trey and Van want to go for Mono, Bean and Alex want to go for me or Cal or Mono. There's the head and the pike, hopefully. I'm not doing that whole thing for the thing. My voice hurts after doing it for like 5 seconds. Read the rest on your own, guys. Cal is just learning that Alex and Puppet are dating. He looks like an idiot. Guys, point and laugh. Trey is upset that they just lost to newbies, getting smoked. He's just straight up embarrassed, as one should be, losing to a bunch of newbies that are their loved ones on top of that. Mono is digging himself a hole apparently, and Trey's just kind of letting it happen. Third Chance, Band of Misfits, Funny Fragments of Life, 3 thumbs down are all alliances he's in right now. None of them feature Mono. They feature everyone else in the tribe right now, and he figures Mono going could be best for his game. Trey made a quick chart of everyone he likes, everyone he trusts, and kind of neutral between, which you can take a quick look at and see where he's feeling in the game right now. Well, did you look? You thought it was just like a paused part of the video? No, I was waiting for you guys to look. Anyways, Summer, shut up. Same guy, by the way. Same guy. If anyone has an immunity idol or advantage and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody? Well, no one's been to exile, so it makes sense. Anyways, I will read the votes. First vote, Ultimate. 1 vote Ultimate. Next vote, Mono. 1 vote Mono, 1 vote Ultimate. Next vote, Mono. The next vote, Mono. 3 votes Mono, 1 vote Ultimate. Couple votes left. The first player voted out, Mono.
Tribe spoken.
Here's just having a lot of fun right now. They're thinking their game's going really well. Right now they're torn about letting Zia know about Puppet and Alex being dating and doesn't know how to go about that. They're really trying to figure out how they want to solidify their game moving forward. The challenge is simple. From the first challenge, they have to take the characters and create a story about it and see how well they can fit to make it entertaining. This is the criteria they have to go on, and Blood ended up winning 4-1, scoring 4 of the criteria points. I'm not going to show you both of these because they're so long that it was like 20 screenshots for one of them, so please go check them out in the Discord. Another self-plug real quick. I'll stop for each challenge that I don't show. Last one, I swear. Alex is really happy about how Tribal went. He would have worked with Mono, however, Mono was revealing stuff to Dr. Pepper on the other tribe, which helped them score more points and win the challenge, which really annoyed a lot of people and got him voted out. Trey, Bean, and him are in a good trio right now, and he thinks he's in a solid spot. Cow and Ultimate have no clue they might be in danger as well. We'll see what happens. It's a pretty stale day for Alex. He'll see what happens tomorrow. Space Bean's really happy right now. He thinks he's in a fantastic spot with Alex and Trey. He made a deal with Cal, which promised to be safe around each other and Van, so he sees an easy target as an extra person, and his game plan is to mainly stick around with the trio to keep a majority. He's a little bit annoyed that Puppet's carrying the comp, so if they lose, they want to do them, but he guesses he can also snipe Van. Ultimate is just talking about how Mono imploded his own game. Ultimate's really happy that he was able to survive around. Guys, look, it's Alfred. Look at the little baby sleeping. Aww. Ultimate, in the most respectful way possible. I don't care.
Okay, so what do I think of my tribe? So, Trey and Van, they are my number ones as of current. They are hopefully my final six with Van's girlfriend, Motis, and Trey's another title. Cal, I see myself going far with Cal, but I don't know if once the merge hits, that plan will be the same. Anyway, next up we have Alex. I don't trust Alex. He's obviously very sneaky. He's very good with advantages and talking to people, which is why I'm happy that there aren't any real advantages aside from the one in Exile, a place where he hasn't been. But Puppet, his girlfriend, because of course they're on the same tribe together, has been there due to a miscommunication with Mono, where it looks like we're gonna have to kill Alex, but Mono fucked himself over, so we didn't really need to send Puppet to exile. So, a bit of a pain in the ass. About Puppet, she is confusing me because he's saying she wants to get Alex out. I don't think that's true, but at the same time, she's sending me things about Mono that Trey is also telling me about Mono, which means that she's telling the truth to me in some capacity, and which I just don't think she would do, but she is. Next up and finally we have Bean. I haven't heard much from Bean really. He's been there, he's talked a bit. Maybe the Chicago Bean gets busy or something, I don't know. Maybe I'll work with him, maybe I won't. We'll see. I'm saying chances are he's gonna go in between Alex and Puppet if we have to go to tribe again. But hopefully it's going to be us winning the challenge. Trey's mum going to exile again, and Alex's dad getting the top from that.
Okay, that's a lot of words. Y'all can pause and read it if you'd want a little more detail, but essentially Puppet wants to vote out Alex in the game right now. Puppet's getting annoyed with a lot of the players right now. Ultimate's suspicious. Alex makes them want to drink acid. Cal and Bean are absent as their father, and Trey's pretty chill in their opinion. Cal has nothing for today, except for Alex and Summer are cool. Why, thank you, Cal. I hope you're talking about me and not the other Alex, otherwise this is embarrassing. Trey is doing some strategic planning and stuff, like 80% of Season 8. He wants to win this one for Skippy. Why is everyone glazing Skippy? Like, I love Skippy too, but Trey, go suck, like, stop. Trey also does a breakdown of each player, how he feels about them, and kind of things that he think could work for him later, as well as his alliances, which you can pause and read and look at. Some of this stuff's pretty interesting, but it's Trey, and I hate giving Trey screen time. Better question. What context is there to even give for this? Like, what? Trey is talking a little bit about Puppet, saying stuff about Cal. We could use it for bait to get Cal to vote out Puppet if they need to. He's stupid and didn't read she said properly. Okay, no one was lying. Trey, why do I keep giving you screen time? You know what? I need to go talk to myself. Why am I doing this? Why am I giving this man more screen time? Van can't beat me in a fight. Yeah, I know. Straight fisting. Chris is a sleepy little guy right now. Modus goes over their game. Sharkle meets Mario Kart. Sharkle's another org that went down in somewhere else. Anyways, their confessional update, they were talking with Aspen and Kirst, who they think are both good people to work with later on. Day 2's pretty calm. Started the comp. They won. A couple things went down. Day 3 is the big ones. Things start happening. Duos start forming. They start seeing where alliances are, and they're starting to establish their game. Dr. Pepper real quick goes over how they're feeling right now. But Dr. Pepper don't gotta vote because of exile. They lost a challenge. So next tribal, they got no vote. Coop is feeling a little fucked at the moment, and if you can tell by his name color, he definitely didn't leave the server. Zia's not entirely sure what they're doing right now, but they're trying to make an alliance with some people. Gearstry read through some alliance messages, reading things fast, a little bit more in depth, seeing Zia and Chris maybe as targets. Aspen goes over their game. The conversations they've had with Modest and Kirst are super fun. Coop's been kind of off. They don't see them contributing too much in conversations. They have an alliance with Kirst and Modest being their two closest allies, which is starting to form a trio there. If anyone has an immunity idol or advantage and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands. First vote, Rababob. Second vote, Zia. 1 vote Rababob, 1 vote Zia. Next vote, Coop. 1 vote Rababob, 1 vote Zia, 1 vote Coop. Next vote, Coop. That's 2 votes Coop. The player voted out Coop.
Tribe spoken.
So how this worked was pretty simple. We had each team not know what was going to happen. They both had to select a rep. It was Trey and Dr. Pepper as the reps. They had to join a VC and negotiate. One player was going to go to exile, and their tribe was going to go to tribal while they're on exile. Trey ended up going, meaning Trey would not vote, but he has a chance at an immunity idol, which he doesn't get, by the way, and Blood ends up going to tribal. Alex is questioning how his dad made it out of tribal with only 1 vote, and he thinks if the advantage on exile is found, oh well, he can't do anything to stop it. He'd like to go to exile to see if there is anything and maybe get it for himself to use it later on. He wants people to wake up. Bean is trying to make a move right now on Puppet, saying Puppet is pushing for him when he wasn't, and he's just out of it right now. He's a little annoyed at Bean, told him Cal was gunning for him, and he listened for once to Cal, which is really annoying Alex, and for good reason. I would be pretty annoyed if I was Alex right now. He hopes the moves work, and he's able to get Cal out of the game because it's funny, and he thought for the longest of time it was the reason he got out in Season 7, but now he wants to try and get Cal out in this season. If everything goes fine and well, it's a tie because Bean and Puppet would vote for Cal, or Van would vote for Cal as well, with Bean, Ultimate, Cal voting for Puppet and whatnot. In a revote, he could get people to switch if things go the way he thinks they are, but who knows? Woo! Puppet is annoyed that Coop is dead, the second player out, their partner's already gone, and now they're fearing for a tribal. And then they go through some story time. Yay! Coop got out because he did stupid shit. If you want to have the full explanation, you can read it real quick, but that's just my synopsis. Synopsis? 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 Synopsis. 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 I tried. No vote. Cal. Well. Interesting. Org players versus reading. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out, Summer. Yeah, Puppet, unfortunately, you lost your vote on Exile. A little awkward. Yeah. Ultimate is being smart, according to Callie. Trusts him more than anyone on his tribe right now. Bean has new lore. Cal's a psychopath. He's finally realizing what Alex is telling him. Bean, you're a pretty gullible player, my friend. I just need to pat you on the head. Van wants to vote out Alex and Puppet. He thinks him, Ultimate, and Trey are going to get out Alex right now, and Cal will help, hopefully. And Exile might run the risk of Ultimate getting slimed. The Alliance is good, but Ultimate misses the Goon Squad. Banana. Only 2 of them made merge, by the way. He's a little annoyed. Cal's being a greedy bastard and wanting a 2-2-2 split, which Ultimate doesn't think is necessarily a good idea. Trey goes over a lot of things right now, maybe Exile affecting things. I'm not reading all this because I bet Alex will love narrating it. Mama Trey, Kirst, avert your ears for a second and forgive me. Trey, fuck you. Trey goes over his allies, possible allies, who he's neutral with, and his only enemy really right now is Puppet and maybe Alex, depending on how things go. Cal is doing a lot of the work for him right now. If Alex gets the boots, he would prefer to be Puppet, but he just wants to get one of them gone to split them up, even though Puppet's been targeting Alex. If anyone has an immunity idol or advantage and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands. Okay, I'll read the votes. First vote, Alex. Second vote, Cal. 1 vote Alex, 1 vote Cal. Next vote, Cal. That's 2 votes Cal, 1 vote Alex. Next vote, Alex. We're tied. 2 votes Alex, 2 votes Cal, 1 vote left. The player voted out. Alex.
Travis spoken.
Movie poster challenge. Each team had to create a new movie poster for Double Dash Blood vs. Water sort of theme with the original stuff and all. This was Water submission and this was Blood submission. Blood ended out taking immunity. Ended up that you know what I meant. Chris answers the required confessional questions. Hello, Chris. Here is your screening time. Anywhom, moving on. Space Bean feels fucked. He's in a 3-2 now. He knows Cal voted, and he thinks Cal Ultimate Van. Puppet did Alex, and he doesn't feel great. He clucked my shit. Puppet lost their vote on Exile. He knows my games. He's not dumb, even though he voted in the minority. Ultimate shows me Alfred, and Ultimate, I don't care about you anymore. Your dog's the only thing important to me. Hello, Alfred. Hi, buddy. Ultimate is making himself paranoid into thinking he's the target when he had nothing to do with it. He and Puppet have never once voted together. Confessional questions for Puppet. Getting Alex out was the hardest but also nicest relief they have ever felt, even though they didn't have a vote. They want this little guy on the thumbnail, this little cute sketch. Well, how am I gonna break this to you? Didn't quite make the thumbnail, Puppet. Yeah. Although, little can of beer did. Bro. What the flip?
Bro, really?
Cal nearly got voted out, thinks he needs to step up his game. Bean hates him because he voted for them as well, so he doesn't know where to see his game going from here. Trey thinks that just happened. Puppet has been losing everybody. Well, you're not wrong. Van is very happy. He wanted Alex dead for a while. He knows Space isn't trustworthy. He thinks Alex is the biggest threat on the game, and thinking him going is really, really good for him. Right now, he believes Trey and Aspen are the two that won't betray him. And here's Link, his cat. Hello, Link. Hello, you. I'm allergic to cats. Get out of here. Robabob answers some confessional questions, start talking about the game. He's really hurt that Alex is gone, but wants to prevail and keep going on in the game. Dr. Peppa gives some insight about their game. They're kind of clueless right now. Exile's really safe option for them, and they like going there over and over again. Aspen shows a picture of their cat with the dog toy. Cool. They're getting a little bit worried about how stressed Kirst is with all the notes they're taking, showing what Kirst was showing them, and it's a lot. Modus is pretty happy right now. Ultimate told him Alex is a strong player, so him being out is good. Maybe they should go for their dad because they feel like that would be a pretty easy elimination. Puppet is someone they think might have found the idol, and they update their game on weeks 2 and 3, which haven't had a lot happen. They're just aligned with Aspen and Kirst right now. Kirst is happy with the other tribe's elimination. They wanted either Puppet or Alex out, preferably Alex because Modus and them believe they're good at finding advantages in idols, so going to exile would have been bad. They think it's perfect for their game right now, and everything's going pretty good. However, there's a chance Zia could be on the other side, going with Cal, writing stuff down, so they don't know what intentions they have about Exile. They ask Dear Production Summer if they're the oldest person in the server. Well, how old are you? I'm not doing an AI voice for this one. Can I be 25? I'm 25 in my head, 45 in real life. It makes me about 200. Okay, so 25 is a little above average range for competitors. Oh, you're sweet. I'm starting to feel like the old guy that hangs around the playground and talks with kids. I feel the same way sometimes with a good bunch of these people, but we show off our skills. Age brings talent. Fred showing arrows. Yeah, Fred's super old too. 22. Fred, you old, man. You just old. You're gonna die soon. You're gonna die real soon. So, man, age is gonna take you away, my friend. I'm so sorry.
No!
Bro, Fred, get up. Kirst is not telling Modus or Aspen that Robabob said he's gonna put a vote in right now for the tribal, puts a vote in on someone else, so they think it's secure for them in case an advantage is played, and they feel confident in not telling Aspen or Modus about that because they feel like they don't need to, and they don't want to worry either of them or make them want to say otherwise. And they voted Zia because they think that's the only other choice right now. Whether or not they're loyal to them, they're loyal to their alliance, and then their partners by default, and partners partner, yada yada yada. All that stuff correlates into one another, in which is determining Kirst's vote here at this tribal. If anyone has an immunity idol or advantage and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands. I'll read the votes. First vote, Robabob. Second vote, Zia. 1 vote Robabob, 1 vote Zia. Next vote, Zia. 2 votes Zia, 1 vote Robabob. Fourth player voted out, Zia.
Tribe spoken.
The challenge was a live challenge, and it was Codenames, which is edited by Summer. Let's go see what happened.
Wait, why do we have 2 Spy Masters?
Because you guys didn't use your brains.
Yeah, I
Okay,
remember when I
well-
was explaining the roles and you guys just kind of did your own thing.
Wait, how do I?
Nah, it's crazy that Kirst doesn't know how to play and they still listen more than you,
Wait,
Space Bean.
wait, what? Wait, I was so confused. Oh, I didn't give my hint. Oh, Ultimate gave a hint. Only one of us. Oh. Wait, that's so fucking.
Winner of a season, by the way.
Hey, Miss.
Whatever.
Hey, Space Bean, no swearing. There's a mom and call.
Oh, hi, Mom.
I already got yelled at for swearing.
Oh my god.
I wish this was the actual round and not the practice one. Trey's going against his own team.
I don't know. I had a good hint. I'll give next hint.
You know he can hear you, right? He's in the call.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
He paid me
Ultimate is in the call.
for.
So whenever you're ready, Dr. Pepper, you can give what word as your hint.
Okay.
Remember, if you type a funny word, I will reward you in the editing.
There's so many. There's one that I want to say that I feel like instantly gives it out. And I'm just gonna.
But the Spy Master themselves.
Oh.
Oh, Zebra, remember when you picked the black card?
That's why I have bad memories of this challenge.
Oh, that's when Cal got voted out.
Oh yeah, that is when Cal died. Hey, Cal.
Cal, this is the challenge you got eliminated on.
Cal, you lost on this challenge.
Okay.
So, the rest is really boring. Blood ends up winning. Water goes to Tribal, and Dr. Pepper is sent to exile. Yay! Chris feels pretty good right now. He thinks Space Bean's doing alright. He feels like his relationships are good, but he doesn't know if he's off the hook quite yet for this vote, and thinks he needs to maybe pick things up going forward. Robabob is missing Alex a little bit. He thinks right now Kirst is his biggest ally, and he could definitely use for later. Vegas trip he has planned this summer with a giant fireworks display on the 4th. Modus thinks he's doing pretty good right now, should be able to make Final 10 pretty smoothly. He thinks he got to pick up pace a little bit to hit merge hard where he can lock in. He feels like Kirst is his biggest ally. He doesn't know if he's going to care more about them or Ultimate at Final 3. And Final 10, he feels like he can go in hard and make a good move. Kirst thinks Trey is doing well right now. They are pretty happy right now with the game. They're going to create pretty good, a solid alliance with themselves, Modus, Aspen, Van, Trey, and Ultimate, a good solid 6 that can work together at Merge. They update the spectators a little bit right now about how Trey's going to get their license. They want to visit some New York parts. Just some fun little things. They also took a bunch of notes for the challenge, which they ended up not using as much. So they want to host a Survivor for 30 plus. You know, I would low-key if a bunch of the people watching, if they get their moms and dads to play, I'll host a season that's 30 plus. I think it'd be fun. This is also the point of the season where Robabob disappears. Now, he did come back right before the vote, as you see, but, yeah, this was a pretty big panic at the time. Everyone thought they were going to self-vote. Aspen goes through everything right now. Their trust rankings is Modus, Kirst, Dr. Pepper, Robobob, Chris, and they want to try and get rid of Chris this tribal. They think it'd be best for their game moving forward because they don't trust Chris that much, and they really like the solid 6-person alliance that's going to come together at Merge. They also have Dr. Pepper in their background. See, why isn't Dr. Pepper their number one? This doesn't make sense to me. Oh, and Bird. If anyone has an immunity idol or advantage and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody? Okay, I'll read the votes. First vote, Chris. Second vote, Robabob. 1 vote Robabob, 1 vote Chris. Next vote, Robabob. 2 votes Robabob, 1 vote Chris. Next vote, Chris. We're tied. 2 votes Chris, 2 votes Robabob, 1 vote left. Fifth player voted out, Chris.
Tribe spoken.
It's an emulator challenge for Super Mario Kart. How it ends up going was the best time coming from Trey, and the average was better for Blood, which sends water to another tribal council, and the exiled player is Dr. Pepper. Trey's pretty happy with Chris being out of the game. Van Ultimate and him are the only ones left with loved ones in the game, and assuming everyone on the same team will have majority. Hashtag third chance. And he's pretty happy with his mom right now, being funny and all. 11 of us left. Maybe I make merge this time. Ultimate's talking about his conversations with Puppet, which look very mature and very thought out. He misses the jelly beams. What? Do I even want context? Like, do I even want to know what's going on here? Cal doesn't want Vinny going to exile again. He feels like it's not fair to them, even though, as we speak, they're currently on exile.
Can you time out HSF? I'm tired of seeing him typing. 10 out of 10 fucking insufferable. David, time him out again.
Say please and I will.
If I say please, will be 30 minutes.
Using manners gets you an hour.
Oh, my most wonderful host, could you bestow punishment a fellow? Named HSF, I shall not complain. Thank you.
Oh, and Dr. Pepper loses their vote at the next tribal again. Roy really wants Kirst to put on dark mode.
Who are you? And enable dark mode?
It's me! Roy, no one knows who you are.
Do I come to your house? Can I ask you to paint it a different color? No. Stay out of my house.
I just wanted to save you from going blind at 45, but you do you, Queen.
Are you happy I painted my house for you, Roy? And you are right. I am a queen.
Yes, thank you.
I feel an extreme amount of anger about the fact you were right about changing dark mode.
You're welcome.
Kirst is a little annoyed that their team is very inactive at crucial times, such as a vote. Modus responded, and they don't really want to explain that they have to vote for Robobob here because it feels simple to them. They have a 3-person alliance, and Dr. Pepper is on exile, leaving only one option. If anyone has an immunity idol or advantage and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands. Okay, I'll read the votes. First vote, Modus. 1 vote Modus. Next vote, Robobob. 1 vote Modus, 1 vote Robobob. Next vote, Robobob. That's 2 votes Robobob. The player voted out, Robobob.
Tribe spoken.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have merged! Here are the final 10. We have Space Bean, Ultimate, Modus, Dr. Pepper Addict, Puppet, Cal, Trey, Kirst, Van, and Aspen. 6 players were unable to make merge, and one of these 10 is going to be the sole survivor of Season 10, Blood vs. Wada. Let's see who it's gonna be. Bean talks about his game going into merge, and right now he feels like he's in a weird spot, but could go far with the right moves and the right, votes. Yes. Bean. Ultimate's pretty happy with his alliance. He's got his main 6 right now. And then he asks me a very interesting question.
I don't want to talk about it.
Modus goes over his ideal plans right now. Final 6 alliance is looking really good. He wants to branch out with Kirst, Ultimate, and Trey, though, so that they can make that a solid Final 4 moving forward, that they can lock in. He wants Cal for this shit so he can split the vote a bit, maybe 4 on Puppet, 3 on Bean, 3 on someone else. However, someone will be at exile, so that's not going to work too perfectly. Dr. Pepper goes through how they're feeling at the start of Merge right now. They don't know how everyone else in the game's going, and they don't have much plan. They're just going to try and survive as best they can. Puppet is getting Pokemon cards, and they only had 2 hits. Ooh, shiny plastic. I don't know if these are good or not. Someone tell me in the comments, bro. They also go over everything in the game right now. They're not excited to see water at all. They don't really feel great about this merge, and they're not really a fan of how this cast is going right now. They don't think it's great for them. Cal goes over the confessional questions. Aspen seems to be someone they want to work with and trust, but they don't know how well they see the rest of the tribe right now. They might want to win a couple of challenges to keep themselves safe. Trey would like to make an alliance with Bean and himself and his mom. Yeah, I low-key think I never made this alliance looking back. He also goes over a couple things about stuff I don't care about. Good job, Trey. Trey-merica, yay! I don't care. And then he goes over apparently how his mom told them that Aspen is destroying their game, exposing their alliance to Cal, and they're worried that they're gonna become a liability for their game. Kirst goes over how they're excited to speak to Ultimate and a few other people, that they had the 6-person alliance brewing since the start of the game. They've got a couple plans: vote off Puppet, make a secret 4-person alliance with Trey, Modus, and Ultimate. They also have a couple other plans that they want to try and act out that they can use later on in the game, which could help them best get to the end. They know everything going on right now in their chats right now. Aspen blew up a lot of the game by leaking shit, and they are losing their mind. So much so that I said another swear. Sorry, Trey's mama. Trey's mom is someone that Van's really liking right now. They have a majority with the 6-person, and they ask me in the mods, what's her favorite movie? Why do I have some... Dude, it's 4 a.m. and this is the crap I'm looking at right now. Aspen is kind of talking to Puppet right now, seeing how things are going, want to really establish good relationships with everyone, create some good social game they can use later to help themselves. They love talking to people, they love talking to like everyone, they're very social, they want to take this as an opportunity to read the room, and they see 4 new people that they can work with potentially. The challenge is to create a new character-like thing for Lakitu. We had 3rd place Probster, which is a reference to Survivor. 2nd place Piranha Pier, which was a superfan slash host. And then we had the winner of Immunity, Dr. Pepper, which was Goodybot, which honestly was pretty popular with the judges. They decided to send Title Kirst to exile, keeping them safe. Kirst is getting really annoyed reading their team's alliance messages under Trusted when they're on exile, and they cannot say anything to them. Bean would be not shocked if he goes here. He's hoping he can survive and maybe pounce on Immunity later so that he can keep himself safe. He also doesn't know if he's entirely cooked. He's worried that people might come to him saying that they heard Puppet just to lie to his face, but he doesn't know whether he's going to be safe or not. Ultimate isn't too happy. He wants Puppet gone, but falling asleep during the discussion he's not too happy with. He's really happy with Cal right now. He knows Aspen's lying to him. He did a Brandon radio silence from Dr. Pepper. I don't know what that means, Ultimate. Modus breaks down what he wants to do for this vote. He wants it to be a 5-2-2, so he wants to win for all the spectators, so he wants to get close with a few other people, maybe make it a good, clean vote so that they can take over power. Dr. Pepper wants to keep Gears safe, so sending them to exile was their plan. Puppet's gonna be really mad if they get voted out here. I mean, cool, I guess. Trey's low-key taking a little nappy nap. Good for you, lil Trey. Kirst was sent to exile. This is not good for Puppet. Might have an idol apparently, according to Modus, which is brought up now. They don't know what to do. They don't think he can trust Modus. He doesn't think I can trust. Fuck! Trey is really hoping Cal clutches up, that their vote goes how they want to. Just an easy vote. Why are they making it a 5 out of 9 majority scrambled mess? He's very anxious right now. He doesn't know what to do, whether to lock his vote or not. He's really, really worried right now, as one would be at the first merge vote. Himself, Modus, Ultimate are voting for Puppet. Van's voting Bean. He hopes everything goes correctly, and Bean or Puppet would be gone. If anyone has an immunity idol or advantage and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands. I'll read the votes. First vote, Puppet. 1 vote, Puppet. Next vote, Cal. Next vote, Bean. 1 vote, Puppet. 1 vote, Cal. 1 vote, Bean. Next vote, Puppet. 2 votes, Puppet. Next vote, Bean. We're tied. 2 votes, Puppet. 2 votes, Bean. 1 vote, Cal. Next vote, Puppet. That's 3 votes, Puppet. 2 votes, Bean. 1 vote, Cal. The 7th player voted out, Puppet.
Travis spoken.
The next challenge, everyone has to pair up with someone to create a presentation and present it to the judges, with one person being alone go into exile. Both players in the winning pair will get immunity. Here are each pair, and Cal is sent to exile, meaning he won't compete in the challenge and he won't vote.
All right, Van. You can start whatever. You do have a 6-minute timer, by the way.
6 minutes. That's
6
plenty of
minutes.
time.
6 minutes. Like Eminem.
Okay, well, anyways, our presentation over Glen Jean, West Virginia. Onto the basic view of the racetrack. You would first start at Summit Betchel Reserve. Would take off towards New River George, right over here. And here they would take some time through some tight corners and around the hilly mountains. Through through some rough corners into more part of the river, which is a bit downstream. Then they would go to the about halfway, which is the bridge in town, and it's spanning across 2 mountains. And I've been there personally before, and it's a great view. And yeah, before leaving this, wait, what? Why is my screen gray? What? Never mind that. Yeah.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
All right. Good fuck.
I don't need luck. I just need the best Mario Kart track to ever exist.
So, this is the best concept for a Mario Kart track in real life. By me. Dr. Pepper is technically in my group, but literally did nothing. I just wanted to point that out for strikes. Anyways, first of all, it looks there's so many buildings and they're shiny and it's awesome, right? You can't go wrong with big cool shiny buildings. And
Dude, who cares about this place?
It's in Hong Kong. Oh, I forgot to say this is in Hong Kong, China.
China!
I feel like I should start it.
It's 4 a.m. I'm not gonna edit this out. You guys get to deal with Summer's challenge editing.
Anyways, Zhuhai Macau Bridge is underwater in Hong Kong, and it looks like this. It's cool as fuck. So there's that. And that's it.
What's
All right.
going on, everybody?
All right, we're gonna slime thread after this. Okay, Trey,
No!
you have 6 minutes. The floor is yours.
Good luck, Trey.
This is Trey. My name is Trayvon, Trey America. Presentation is about Happy Nature Lands, and here's some stuff on the screen. My name is Trey.
Trey, we can't hear you.
Oh, what do you mean? I'm talking right now. This is Trey. Chernobyl Caution Way. That's
Trey, can you speak, please?
Speaking right now. Don't worry about it. This is Trey.
Trey, we cannot hear you.
No, this is Trey talking right now. What do you guys
Trey!
Someone ping this man.
Woo! Nice presentation. You're not speaking.
Bro, that was the greatest presentation ever.
That gave me butterflies.
Are you ready, Modus? You got your thing set up?
Wait, let me go to the first slide. I'm on like the 8th.
This is gonna be a great one. All right, go for it.
I didn't look at any of them.
You like the Drake part? I thought that's pretty good.
Well, bro,
Alright.
that gave me a jump scare, bro.
Yeah, go ahead. You have 6 minutes starting now.
Okay, so shout out. I want to shout out something first. Shout out the Big Six. If you don't know, I'm Canadian. I go to Toronto frequently, so I wanted to make like a track kind of about the place because it's pretty cool. There's a track. It goes around the downtown old Toronto area. We start at the CN Tower and we go zip around, go up. It's pretty fun, but it's kind of more like an F1 track. I can't lie, but we ball. So it'd be a cool way to end. Shout out. Who put this image here? That's Toronto. Shout out the TO, shout out the track, shout out the culture. And shout out Diddley and Drake. We love Diddley and Drake. That is my presentation.
After those very interesting presentations, Modus and Ultimate ended up winning immunity, and also Cal lost his vote while on exile for the next tribal. Space Bean is very happy to have made it to the single digits, and he is officially on jury. He might say screw it with Exile and Cal. He doesn't know how that's going to go, but he wants to probably get rid of Dr. Pepper this vote if he can. Him, Modus, Ultimate, Trey, and Kirst are a group of 5. He doesn't realize there's a group of 6 going on, but he thinks that he could be a swing, which he's not. Ultimate is really happy to have made the jury phase. 3 things are certain in life: death, taxes, and Puppet not making it past Final 10. Modus is too employed for Ultimate. He's worried that things are going to happen because Modus has a job and is doing things, and Ultimate is being chronically online and making sure that they're in a good position in the game. Modus updates us real quick on his game, not doing much during the cycle. They don't need immunity anyways. They think that they'll just vote for Bean or Dr. Pepper here. They're pretty happy with how things are going. They're going to try and split it 2 to 4 if they can in case of an idol so that they can focus on making it to the end. Trey is fishing for the first time.
And I'm making a threat to Justin for the 3rd time. With a gun. Justin, I'm gonna find you. And I'm gonna get you.
Space Bean doesn't want to vote out Aspen until later, which is really screwing things up in Trey's mind and thinks that it could mess up the game later. He lays out who he thinks everyone's voting and is worried that there could be an idol in play. He decides to throw a vote on his mom because he figures it could make some chaos go around and no one would suspect that he did it.
In the words of Jeff Probst, he tried to vote out his mom. Oh my god.
If anyone has an immunity idol or advantage and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands. Okay, I'll read the votes. First vote, Trey. Second vote, Kirst. Third vote, Bean. Fourth vote, Dr. Pepper. 1 vote, Trey. 1 vote, Kirst. 1 vote, Bean. 1 vote, Dr. Pepper. Next vote, Bean. Next vote, Dr. Pepper. We're tied. 2 votes, Bean. 2 votes, Dr. Pepper. 2 votes left. Next vote, Dr. Pepper. That's 3 votes, Dr. Pepper. 2 votes, Bean. 1 vote, Kirst. 1 vote, Trey. 1 vote left. The player voted out, and the first member of our jury, Dr. Pepper.
Travis spoken.
This challenge was done in confessionals. It was based on a video with a bunch of questions being asked, and Trey earned immunity and decided to send Ultimate to exile. And Ultimate on exile did not decide to risk his vote, so he will have a vote at next tribal council. Bean is really liking his position right now in the game, from first boot in All Stars to a really good position right now. He likes how his jump went. Right now he's going over how he feels about the tribe, Pepper kind of being in a weird position, how jury votes might go, and just explaining his thoughts. Modus goes through some stuff. He talks about Ultimate still being in and maybe wants to take him to a final 2, but he also wants to go with Trey's mom, Kirst, and that would be the best outcome if he could pull it off in his eyes. He also is lying to Bean right now, but it's worth it since Bean is going to live. Bean wants to go for Aspen, but Modus wants to keep Bean, but he also wants to keep Aspen and vote Aspen next round and then Van, so it's really a weird situation where he's lying to Bean in order to protect Bean. Cal is going through things in his confessional. His partner's not in the game right now. Jury's coming up, and he's a little worried about that, and he didn't expect to make it this far in the game. Kirst goes over everything they are going through. They feel pretty awesome to make the top half of players. With Jury starting, they're continuing to play how they've been playing. They don't want to offer direct truth, but doesn't want to burn people or lie to people straight to their face. They want to have a little bit good jury management. Just be honest with people, even if that person they're voting out, they don't want to like lie to them entirely to their face, but they're not going to be saying so much that they're going to be going on the jury and being like, oh, they were leaking everything and whatnot. Trey is going through everything and he really wants to join the group of winners you can see here. He even made his own little emoji for Trey America. He wants to keep Aspen, maybe make the vote 2-3 right now. Hopefully stay out of the clear and keep himself in a decent position in the game.
Hey, I want to go outside, right? I just want to go outside for runs. Look at this. I don't know how I'm not getting rained on right now, but all this happens within the span of, I don't know, a minute? Why? I just want to go outside, please. Please let me go outside.
If anyone has an immunity idol or advantage and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands. I'll read the votes. First vote, Cal. Second vote, Aspen. 1 vote Cal, 1 vote Aspen. Next vote, Cal. 2 votes Cal. Next vote, Aspen. That's 2 votes Cal, 2 votes Aspen. Next vote, Cal. 9th person voted out and second member of our jury. Cal.
Travis spoken.
The challenge was a riddle, a logic puzzle, and no one ended up getting it right, so we spun a wheel for who went to exile, and for the first time ever, no one got immunity. Wheel landed on Modus, so Modus went to exile. Aspen's really afraid about this vote. Ultimate's thinking we ball with the bottle twist that's about to be opened soon. I ate a chicken. Ultimate, are you proud of me? That ain't no chicken. Ultimate also goes on about how he's feeling. Trey, himself, Modus, Bean have some sort of alliance going on. Him and Modus don't really feel like Bean's saying or doing too much. Ideally, he wants himself and Modus to be the final 2 right now. However, Modus wants it to be Modus and Kirst. Kirst found out about the alliance going on through Modus and posts a scene of the Godfather because Kirst feels betrayed by their son. Kirst is realizing they need to do better track of where votes are going, why they're making votes so they can make a better case to the jury later on, and they want to have a really strong case at the jury phase so they can best win jury votes for their game. Trey is really mad. The vote didn't go his way, and then he screwed up the riddle challenges. He sucks at riddles, and he's worried that he's not going to make alumni. He thinks he might be going out this vote. He thinks it's GG's. He's worried he's going to be jury. He's sucking up to Ultimate so that potentially he could survive through this vote. He's contacting Ultimate and Bean about the votes, so as his mom, they're working with each other, going at throats right now. He's low-key worried that it might be him or one of his allies going home. If anyone has an immunity idol or advantage and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands. I'll read the votes. First vote, Space Bean. Second vote, Aspen. 1 vote Aspen, 1 vote Space Bean. Next vote, Aspen. 2 votes Aspen, 1 vote Bean. Next vote, Bean. We're tied. 2 votes Bean, 2 votes Aspen, 2 votes left. Next vote, Aspen. That's 3 votes Aspen. The player voted out, Aspen.
Travis spoken.
Finally, the bottle twist is open. It's revealed it's a final 2, and at final 4 there is no forced fire. It will be a vote, and if it ties, it's going straight to rocks. And there's only an idol located on Exile, which is no longer available. No one ended up getting the idol, but no one actually knows that. Trey is thinking he has to kill Modus now. Ultimate won't bring him to the finale if Modus is there, and his mom wants to not kill Modus, so he's worried that Modus has to go now, or it could make bad things go on in his game. Kirst thinks that they're going to switch on Modus, which is making Modus annoyed because they know that Bean needs to go first and they're not going to flip on Kirst. Kirst is a little worried. They don't know what to do. They have no idea who's siding with them, Modus or Trey. Ideally, it'd be them, Modus, and Trey in top 3 because both of them would bring Kirst to the end, but they don't know how to position themselves to get there. Van is annoyed because they lost their partner, but you know, every single person voted for them, so I don't know what theory he's got here. And he's saying it was Trey's mom, but does bro not realize all of them voted for Aspen? The challenge is simple: create and design a new item for Double Dash. Here's the spreadsheet and title. Kirst ended up winning individual immunity. Also, you can find on the Discord what all these look like, by the way. You know, another plug. Sorry, I said I wouldn't do another. I lied. Go join the Discord. Ultimate lost his vote due to a second strike, so now he doesn't have a vote. And now he's really mad, and he's kind of getting blown off the edge right now at Modus. He won't do challenges, and he starts to crash out at Modus. This might be my favorite parchment, but technically it's unofficial. Kirst is the swing vote here, and Modus really wants them to come through for them. Trey goes down what they think's going on right now inside of the alumni and how things are laying out, at least from their perspective right now. They think that Van is like just stupid. Like he doesn't realize he's questioning how Van made alumni in a 4-2 vote. Every single person voted for Aspen, and he's like being all detective, and Trey's sitting here like, how does this man make it? He's got a plan. It's a risky plan, but he wants to split the vote 2-2-2, not knowing that Ultimate doesn't have a vote. This tribal. Van wants Bean gone, but of course that doesn't work too well for him. 3-3 Van Bean, it'll tie in the end, but Ultimate doesn't have a vote, so this is something that could be an interesting play. Kirst is lying to their son now about who they're going to vote and how they're going to do it right now. The vote's really between Bean and Van right now, with 2 and 2, and Kirst kind of being in the middle here. If anyone has an immunity idol or advantage and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands. I'll read the votes. First vote, Space Bean. Second vote, Space Bean. Third vote, Van. Fourth vote, Van. We're tied. 2 votes Van, 2 votes Space Bean, 1 vote left. The player voted out, and 4th member of our jury, Space Bean.
Travis spoken.
The challenge was season trivia, and the winner of immunity ended up being Trey, being the only person to get 24 out of 25 correct. Trey is about to have a crash out. Trey is a little confused how votes are going. He can't force a tie because it's odd numbers, so he's concerned on how he should vote here. He feels so stupid. He needs to vote. He's hating himself. He's hating himself. He's hating himself because it's going to be 2-2 theoretically, but he feels like Modus has a trick up his sleeve. Kirst is a little annoyed with Van. Van's being really petty, really bitter, and really annoyed about the Aspen vote, and they're not too much of a fan of it. They're talking with Trey right now and talking with Modus. They need both Trey and Modus not to vote for them in order to survive this tribal, because Ultimate and Van are both targeting Kirst. They're throwing their vote on Van. If they get voted out, they've had a good time. Ultimate shows me what parchment he would have used for Bean, and he spelled Bean wrong. That says burn. What are you doing, Ultimate? Ultimate's worried he's going to strike out due to Modus, but he sees a winning path if he can find a way. He's not voting Van. He feels like he messed up. He feels like Modus could flip on him, but he's got to vote for the tribe's mother. He feels like it's the only way to make it to the end and win the game. Modus doesn't know what to do. He wants to keep Kirst, but he also wants to win. If he keeps her in the final 4, it'll be Ultimate. Then he goes out third. But if he takes out Kirst, then maybe Trey could win the game, but he doesn't know what to do. We'll find out. If anyone has an immunity idol or advantage and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands. I will read the votes. First vote, Van. Second vote, Kirst. Third vote, Van. Fourth vote, Kirst. We're tied. 2 votes Van, 2 votes Kirst. 1 vote left. The player voted out Van.
Travis spoken.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the final 4, which means it's time for roasts. Ignore that Van's still on this little graphic. Anyways, let's get to each roast. Let's start with Trey. Trey, this feels like one of the easiest roasts I've ever done. You are getting schooled by your own mom in this game that you've played twice, and they are kicking yo ass. Sorry for the profanity, Mama Trey, but damn, dude, over double your age, and they are just doing so much better. Damn, Trey. Ultimate. You are something this season. It feels like you're slowly skyrocketing to the ground, my boy. Oh, rocket ship aimed towards the sky, but it just exploded on impact, and you're here because of the scrappiness of other players. Modus, you gots to be the best worst player I've ever met, actively hurting your game, but actively doing it for the memes. I can respect it, my boy, but you are just a broken beer bottle, just a broken glass. You're low-key too wholesome and sweet to roast, so your son's gonna roast you instead.
Yo, 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 it's me, Trey, one of the guys in the final 4 and the most important one. Alex gonna do this segment or something because he died. Anyways, this roast is on my mom. How did you think Monolith was a player? Monolith is a game that some pre-merge boot was playing on your team in a VC. What type of game is irrelevant? You're supposed to be this player that knows everything or something, and then does that? Unbelievable, this curse is so titled.
Y'all might know this game. Y'all ready for some Jackbox?
Yes!
Before you guys enter the code, spectators do not play, do not enter. You guys will enter once it becomes spectators. Y'all aren't making promises. Okay, so any questions before we start? Now is your time to ask.
Nothing.
Nothing. No one. Alright, cool.
What is something
never
you
want to
never The gentleman the gentleman spelled wrong, or that one bridge in DK Mountain. Okay.
The last word you hear.
The most traumatic thing to hear by another double dash pair. I saw DK back in the whole way. I low-key
pissed myself.
I mean, depending on who you ask, the DK one. Actually, never mind. I shouldn't finish that.
Come on, 26, bro. Do something.
Do something. Come on.
You don't even know who the number. What's at the bottom? Trade bomb.
I know that's the
again path and the other one. I know what my favorite one is.
Bro. Why is
one
Paigani young?
Bro, 26 you're selling, bro.
Oh
You're
wait,
selling.
no, 45 was in dead last. That
Yeah,
was
45 wasn't last. Okay.
Oh my god, let's go 26.
26 is
Alright,
our winner.
so 26 is Trey. Trey wins.
Let's go!
Trey wins immunity.
Hate? Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There were 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer-thin layers that fill Fred's complex. The word hate was engraved on each nanomangstrom of these hundreds of millions of miles. It would not equal one billionth of the hate I feel for Motus at this micro instant. For Motus. Hate. Hate.
If anyone has an immunity idol or advantage, now is the final time to do so. Nobody stands. I will read the votes. First vote, Modus. Second vote, Ultimate. 1 vote, Ultimate. 1 vote, Modus. Next vote, Ultimate. 2 votes, Ultimate. 1 vote, Modus. 1 vote left. The player voted out, Ultimate.
Travis spoken.
Welcome to the boring challenge of the season. Remember what I did last time? Just talked over it. I mean, come on, they're just doing a quiz back there, like any of you give a damn. You know what you will give a damn about? I'll give you something to give a damn about. Anybody ever seen Red? Ooh la la, hello, handsome. How you doing, Red? Nice to see you showing up in the editing. Oh, in case nobody noticed, me and Fred were here helping all season, and ooh, what a dream boat he is. I need me a piece of that Fred. Fred, you know where to go after this video's over. Our special little spot. I'll be waiting for you, Red.
Summer low-key cut this part out because they were too focused on Fred, but Trey won the final immunity, so they'll get to have the sole vote at Final 3 Tribal. 1 vote is cast in this urn. Once the vote is read, the decision is final. The player voted out will be asked to leave the Tribal Council area immediately. I'll read the vote. 14th player voted out, and final member of our jury, Modus.
Travis spoken.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have our final 2, mother and son, both of which have jury speeches, but no one ever reads these when I put them on the YouTube, so it's on the Discord if you want to go look at it. Let's go see who the winner of Survivor Blood vs. Water is. Will it be the blood or the water, the son or the mother? Let's find out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the final tribal council, and one thing, I did. Thanks for noticing before someone says something. I'm looking at you. You know who you are. You're the one that was going to say something. Yeah. Anyways, let's read these votes. First vote, Trey. 1 vote, Trey. Second vote, Kirst. 1 vote, Trey. 1 vote, Kirst. Reminder, it takes 4 to win. Next vote, Kirst. 2 votes, Kirst. 1 vote, Trey. Next vote, Trey. 2 votes, Trey. 2 votes, Kirst. 3 votes left. Trey. That's 3 votes, Trey. 2 votes, Kirst. 2 votes left. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Survivor, Season 10, Blood vs. Water, Trey. Thank you for a great season. Thank you for a great cast. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Before you guys go, make sure to join the Discord in the description if you want to compete in a future season or see where things go down, everything like that. And a thank you to everyone on screen now and just everyone in the server who supports these seasons. This is 10. This is our 10th season. That is insane to me. 10 of these videos over the course of over a year. It's genuinely insane to me, and I can't thank the people on screen enough, I can't thank the people in the server enough, and I can't thank all of you enough. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in Season 11.